Everyone, and welcome to the Stockbridge Assessors Board of Assessors meeting for Monday, July 3rd. Mike?
Good morning. Okay,
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
yes, happy 4th. Last minute meetings, let's see. The only thing that let's see. The okay, there's a few items that were carried over. Board to review and sign motor vehicle abatement applications, those are all set. Number 3, we did get our exemption reimbursements approved on Gateway. So those are all set. No, the state has no need to send us a reminder because those are all good to go. Number 4, the state did send me, before July 1st, you're supposed to have the assessor's certificate. We have to do the assessor's certification every year. And what I did, I'm the administrator of the, Terry and I, we work on it together on the Gateway where we do all of this. And, because Tom is no longer on the board and Brandy's the new member, it immediately triggers a phone call from the DOR. Nothing major, but they just want to make sure that myself and the town clerk, does the certification right. So I removed Tom's name. I added Brandy's. I gave her login information. What happens, because because she worked in our office, but hasn't worked in our office since, what was it, 2014? That triggers the course 101 to have to be retaken for any new assessor that, like, we're here, we don't have to, we're part of it still, so we don't have to keep retaking it. Anybody that is from another town or that, is on another board. She took it, but she has to retake it again. But it's all online though. It's all the modules are now part of the Gateway.
Yeah.
And so she said, and what are there, like 10 modules? I think there's an exam. There is an exam after, I think there's 9 exams, but they're after each section, you can stop and go back and because I mean, the reason I had so many questions about that is because Tammy's going to be taking it too. So we wanted to, did you take both of the courses or just the course, like course 200? Did you take 200? I can't remember.
Yeah.
You did. Okay. Tammy is going to be taking course 200 too. And they're offering it at UMass this year in August. She's never been to UMass before. And I wanted to go with her. And so I think I put it on here. Yeah, Assessors School, but I'm just jumping around. So, but I've looked to see if there's anything, they're not doing the specialty course anymore. So, and I took the USPAP course last year. So I'm thinking there's nothing there that I need to take.
Oh, yeah.
They have course 5, which is an appraisal course, but that's really geared towards going for your RMA designation, which I'm not going for that. I have my other one. So I don't really think there's anything that I'm going to take. And I talked to Mike about it because there's a increase in her salary based on the education credits. So we have to make sure that she gets those too. And I've been pushing her and she's, willing to do it. So I asked them, do you have to take course 101 before you take 200? And she's like, no, you can skip around. However, even though you work in the office, if you haven't taken course 101 before, it might be a little difficult to just jump into 200. So I want her to take them in order. So I'm going to, when she comes back next week, I'll show her the module and I'll show her how to get into it. And Brandy, you know how to get in. Did the login work?
I will try it today.
Okay. All right. It might ask you to change your password when you get in. So if you do, just make sure that you tell me what that is because I keep track of all of them. But other than that, Terry went in and certified as you don't even have to put it. They knew that you had taken that course way back when.
Oh, yeah.
So that's not filled in yet, but it doesn't mean they're not going to certify us as assessors. Yeah. I believe you have 2 years from the time that you are on the board to get that certification and the tax classification certification as well. That's part of it. It's nice that it's on there. I mean, anybody can go in and take it, which is great. There's no more having to pay for that course.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see the MAAO Assessors School, the registration goes until the 25th of July, and they keep adding courses every day. So if they add a specialty course, I'm gonna take it and go with Tammy. If not, then I think she should still take the 101 and then deal with the 200 instead of going by herself. She might be able to do it online, and would they offer their winter school online? So that's going to be up to her. If she's comfortable going, but she'd have to get literally in the next three and a half weeks, she would have to finish course 101, pass it, and then we can get the registration in for 200 and she can get them both in. I don't know if she's going to be able to do that. So I'm going to talk to her when she gets back on Monday and see what she wants to do. Nothing else has changed on the gateway. All the logins are the same. So we're still good on that. And I double checked it for signing documents. Like when you check the box off, you've done that before. We check the box, your name does appear and the date appears. So we're good for signing documents going into the fall.
Okay.
Even if you don't have the 101, we're still going to be okay. Number 5, we finally got our maps back from CAI and they're all put back in order. So we're okay. We're all good to go. I've made all the changes on Vision 8, which means they're already showing up on like any changes that we've made on acreage. They're showing up online or on the GIS right now because it's doing an update every night, which brings up another thing that I have to talk to them. I did look up the year bill. It's under the building data.
I don't know why it's not showing up on the online property card then.
Okay, because I checked your card this morning and it's actually your bill, effective year bill, it's there, but it's under the building data. So we'll have to look and
Right,
see
so,
if
yeah.
it can get moved over.
Yeah, so if you look at all, it used to be there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, well, I think when I went in and asked them to double check how things were being added up, because it was a little wonky, I think something happened and eliminated it. So they should be able to just add that back in.
Yeah, I mean,
Shouldn't be an issue.
the year bill is sort of important because a lot of realtors use it for,
Oh, definitely.
For like-
Insurance companies too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I got an email into them and they're really good with getting that done.
Do you pay extra for Vision to host the cards online?
No, well, there's a workaround that we're doing. So because we didn't go with any of the online mapping through Vision, there's a licensing issue. Remember that licensing issue where we didn't have the sketches on there? That's still wonky too, even though we have them on there. I've noticed that if it's multiple dwellings and for some reason card 1 is not the main house, let's say it's a garage, it lists that as the main property sketch and it doesn't pick up the rest. We have to figure that out. I mean, they have to figure that out. They figured out how to do multiple pictures. They haven't figured out how to do multiple sketches. But it's a one-time fee that we paid to have PDFs done of all of the sketches. Because even though we use Vision, we don't own those sketches. I could work on a sketch for an entire month. A complicated sketch, we don't own that sketch, that's theirs because it's proprietary software. And because we don't have their online system, we have to do a workaround. And it was a one-time billing, we don't get billed for it every single year. I did notice though that we just got we talked about this before, we just got the bill for the online maintenance.
For cartograph?
That went up. I thought we were paying 2,800 and I think it's 3,000.
Okay.
So you want to check yours too and see if that
We
one.
have maps online and we're looking to switch.
it looks like CAI has a few different versions out there for different towns. I think we might be on the older version. Which
Okay.
I think is better than some of the newer versions.
I do too.
So just be.
Because North Adams has I don't think it's identical to ours.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a little bit different.
It's hard to use.
Ours is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to update. I know when we went from that Esri software that was running the building inspectors mapping, which was ArcView, they no longer support it. So we're exclusive. Anyone that's using mapping has to go through the GIS that CAI offers. So they used to work in conjunction with Esri. Some reason they don't offer a license anymore. Ned was using it completely. I don't know what the new building inspector is using, but it's not available. I mean, they have to use the one that's online. Okay, the cutoff for number 7, pellet tax board cases, we did get, some cases. Did you want me to announce those or no?
Yeah.
So, we always get Mackinac Real Estate, which is the camp. I mean, that's because of the income approach. I'm not shocked that those came through. So we got those 3 for the properties that they own. Joseph Newberg, remember the one up on Mackinac Heights for the difference in the opinion of the construction type? He filed. These are all, he filed informal. They filed formal. And the last one that we received
Michael,
was T Lake and LLC piece of land. Yeah.
I just was gonna say, maybe we should just talk about the tax numbers instead of.
Oh, okay.
But-
Well, I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know, these are, it's public information,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I just wanted to mention that the cutoff date for the appellate tax board cases is today. That's the final date that, whatever the ones that you guys voted on at the very tail end when we were reviewing abatements, today is the last day. That doesn't mean we can't get one of these notices a month from now or 2 months from now. Today is the 90 days past your final vote that, and I think there were actually only 4 that were on that date, and we already got 3 of them. It was the camp. And the other one you guys gave an abatement to. So there's no need for, I mean, unless they still file, and I won't mention that one, but yeah, that's it. So it not too bad coming off of the reval, that we had. Again, there could still be more coming, but, you know, ATB is kind of slow with getting these notices out.
And just to confirm next steps, so next steps is the state sets a hearing date and then we respond to the hearing date.
Yeah, the appellate tax board, I imagine, because they're still backlogged quite a bit, we won't hear about a date until next spring sometime. I'd be shocked if we hear anything earlier than that. The camp, we do typically meet ahead of time as soon as we get the notice, and we discuss the income approach on that one. So again, that one was expected. Everyone has the right to file with the appellate tax board if they choose to. That's really all I have, and we do have to go into executive session. I don't think there's anyone on. Are there any other issues? Okay. I think we're done then.
Okay. So I would entertain a motion to close the open part of our meeting this morning and then enter into executive session per Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 2, parenthesis A7, to discuss the property tax exempt status of one property.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, we got to second it.
You want to second it?
Yes. Second.
All those in favor? Chair votes aye.
Aye.
Okay then.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.